Hi, welcome back. My name is Pat. This is Pat Plays Hockey. Not playing hockey today, but I did want to show you guys my jersey collection. Just because of a lack of content. I'm in the middle of a move right now, so not too much like hockey content, and you might not see any for a while, depending on when I post this. But yeah, I wanted to go through some of my hockey collection, my jerseys, and then some other stuff maybe in another video. Not too many NHL jerseys, surprisingly, but I'll show you some of my personal jerseys that I've had over the years and a couple other ones that hopefully you might find interesting. But let's get started. So this first one I have here, if you can see it, put this over like this. This is from my second last season with the Saints. That was the Depew Saints, Lancaster Depew Saints, here in Western New York, my hometown. And this one has kind of got like a Chicago Blackhawks template. It's from Athletic Knit. It is a bit beat up now, but still in pretty good shape. I have a lot of older ones, and I've gotten rid of those. Those don't even fit me anymore, but these kind of do, so sometimes I use them for pickup. But yeah, I like them just kind of as like a nice memory to have. And if you can see the shoulder patch here, Saints always had a pretty cool logo. This is like their more modern one. I think this organization actually folded, unfortunately. But yeah, I always thought it was pretty cool. And my next jersey here is from my last season with the Saints. And it's pretty nice. I think, unfortunately, one of my teammates had cancer on the team. I don't know if that's why we had this patch on there, but it is pretty nice. Actually, this is Ryan Miller, goalie from the Sabres. It says Ryan Miller's Saves for Cancer. One second. My cat is in here, and she is destroying my jerseys. So I have the door shut. I'm filming in my room, but if I leave the door closed and she's on the outside, she'll want to come in. If I close it from the inside, she tries to claw to get out. So I think she's good for right now. Maybe she'll be making a special guest appearance in a minute. If you hear any scrounging around, that's what that is in the background. That's just Cora right here. But anyway, let's get back to this jersey. So yeah, this is Depew Saints, Lancaster Depew Saints. I call them Depew Saints, but at a time on some of my older jerseys that I don't have anymore, they used to be called Lancaster Depew. It's just basically that area. It's an area, if you're familiar with Western New York, it's just about 20 minutes outside of Buffalo, the city proper, just a suburb. But yeah, this is actually cool. I don't think I ever noticed, I don't know if you can kind of see that there, but I didn't realize that that was Ryan Miller's. But this one's pretty cool. It's got nice piping on the side. Same modern logo, but it's got this kind of like, I guess you would call it like an A, where it goes down here and it goes down through there, cutting through, so it's kind of like branches off at the sleeve. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And one thing, if you didn't know about the Saints, I know this because I'm from the area, but Patrick Kane actually played for the Saints, and unfortunately I don't have this anymore, but I did have a signed photo of Patrick Kane in a Saints jersey, which was really cool. Maybe it is somewhere and I have to dig it up. I really don't know, but I don't think so. I got rid of a lot of hockey memorabilia and just sports memorabilia in general a few years ago, just with moving. So unfortunately, might not see that for a while. Maybe I'll dig it up at some point if I do still have it. I won't show you the back. I would love to show you the back on these ones, just because my last name's on the back. Not that I really care, but I feel like I just want to kind of keep my last name private for now. I'm sure if you know me, or if you know of me, I'm not hard to find. But maybe at some point I will show you that. Just don't really feel like that right now. This next one, so that one with the Saints, that was my last year playing with them, and I chose the number 6 to dedicate to my cousin, who he just always was a big inspiration to me growing up, and his number for football was 6. Unfortunately, he never played hockey, but I bet he would have been a good hockey player. So Sean, if you're listening, if you're watching this, go play some hockey. Go play hockey, man. I know we're older now, but you can pick up. Come join my team. So this one, after, that was like in high school. Once I started with high school, I think Cora wants to be let out. Did you just want to see that? Okay. So anyway, sorry. You might see the doors open now. It's because Cora is going crazy, so I want to give her an option to get out if she wants to, but she's just exploring here. Anyway, where were we? So that last Saints jersey that you saw, that was my last year in high school playing. It was my freshman year of high school. I got a concussion, which kept me out for, I don't know, a month or two. And luckily I got back just in time to finish up the season there, but that's when I kind of decided I want to stay away from contact sports for a while. I did eventually return to some forms of contact sports, stupidly, but maybe that's for another video. But yeah, that jersey that you just saw there too, I was, this is my bragging rights here, but it's not really something to be super proud of, but at the time I was very proud of it. I was the leading goal and I think point scorer for my team up until I had my concussion with just 2 $3 wooden street hockey sticks I got on sale that I don't have anymore. But if you remember the Pavel Datsyuk curve on that Reebok, I don't know if it was Reebok Edge, but it was a Reebok street hockey stick. I had one of those and another one kind of like it, and had red hockey tape to match the jersey, which was really cool. And yeah, that was something I was pretty proud of, but it pales in comparison to probably what all y'all have put up stats wise. But anyway, so this one, it is a bit inappropriate, so if there's kids watching, viewer discretion advised. It's not super bad, but there's an innuendo here. So this was some of my buddies. We started playing roller hockey at a local rink for a league, and for some reason I think we were always obsessed with the former Sabres player Tyler Ennis. I don't know why. It was during the start of the drought for the Sabres, and I think we just kind of, no offense to Tyler Ennis, I think he was a pretty decent player, but we just kind of like jokingly said he was going to be the next Ovechkin or Crosby, I don't know. But anyway, here's this one. So, our team name was Straight Up the Ennis. So, yeah, kids, if you're watching, that's about as bad as it's going to get here. Yeah, I really like this one. I don't remember if I had a hand in helping design this one. This one's also from Athletic Knit, which they have some really high quality like barley sweaters you can get, and I mean even the piping on the shoulder here kind of reminds me of the Rangers a little bit, but this is all stitched on, and then the sleeves are screen printed, but like even that, pretty nice quality for what you get. So yeah, it was Straight Up the Ennis, and kind of these traditional style 3 stripes at the bottom. But yeah, I really, besides the logo, it's just kind of generic, and the name, which I personally wouldn't have picked. I think one of my buddies back in high school picked this. You know, it was a funny joke at the time, maybe not so much now, but I do still like this jersey, minus the whole logo thing. So, and that jersey number was number 3, because that's my favorite jersey number. A little later on, high school, about graduating, ready to go to college, I got this blank gray jersey, which at the time I thought was pretty cool because it's just blank. Like, I don't even remember what our team name was, but this was for a floor hockey league I was in, and maybe I'll talk about it a little bit in another video, but this was actually probably one of the most dangerous leagues I played in. I did not feel safe playing in this league. I won't name the name of the league or the rink that I played at, but I can tell you it was supposed to be a no-contact floor hockey league for men, and I saw my buddy get tackled. There were fights. I think my buddy got tackled so hard he got a concussion. Yeah, just ugly, really just dirty play style, and yeah, wasn't a huge fan of that, but I did have some good times. This one I can show you, just the back. We had green numbers, which I thought were really cool too. So my favorite number 3 there. But yeah, I kind of do wish maybe there was like a green logo or some stripes on here, but I think the concept of just not having a logo for once is kind of cool. Definitely do wish there was a little more green on here. I think the gray and green really, maybe not the most visible out there, but it's pretty cool. But yeah, this was a cheap jersey. I don't even know who. Yep, this is another Athletic knit. So this is one of their just, you know, cheap kind of practice jerseys. This is all mesh, and this is just screen printed on. Not super high quality, but I mean, still, this lasted a full season there, and then I've used it here and there for pickup. Probably ice, roller, I'd have to imagine. I've used it for floor plenty of times. And I mean, even the number, it's still on there pretty good, even after washes and everything. So yeah, shout out to Athletic Knit. They honestly, even jerseys that aren't super high quality are still pretty decent, you know? Remember, this video is more dedicated to the jerseys that I still have. There's plenty out there that unfortunately have moved on to hopefully better homes because I've donated most of them. So yeah, there's other jerseys that I'm missing here, but I'm just going with the ones that I have, trying to go in chronological order, first with the jerseys that I have. So don't worry if you're waiting, the NHL ones are coming. There's not many, but I do have some, and I have some other ones that they're still personal jerseys that I've worn, but they're, you know, they deal with other things other than just like the pickup teams I've been on. But anyway, moving on here. This one, so I started, kind of like, I co-founded this team right here. It was a pond hockey / roller hockey team. I think they've gone on to do other tournaments and stuff now too, but mostly pond and roller hockey is what I played. We played pond in the winter and roller in the summer, spring and summer. But yeah, I came up with a name for this. I designed most, if not all, of the jersey, the logos, so if you don't like the logo, don't laugh at me. I tried my best, and also, I mean, some of it, I was talking with one of my friends who helped me found this, this team, and yeah, there were some things I can mention here, but he had some input too. But anyway, so this was right around, I think I was either still in college or I just graduated, so kind of like near my mid-20s when I got into this. And this one, our team name was called Nickel City Narwhals. So if you can kind of see there, we have almost like a steering wheel for a ship. It says Nickel City. Nickel City, if you don't know, the old nickels for the US in America, the backside of them used to have a buffalo on that. So one of the kind of lesser known, it's still pretty common, but a little like lesser known name is Nickel City. It's a nickname for buffalo. We wanted to just, a lot of teams had like Queen City and Buffalo in their names, so we wanted to kind of stand out and do something a little bit different. So that was kind of my decision. And narwhals, I think that's just a fun animal. Like, narwhals is great, it's unique, and hey, they're in like Arctic temperatures usually, so ice hockey, narwhals. But anyway, we have, it's a narwhal, you got kind of the sea in the background, red sky, and then we have a ship getting hit by some lightning, and it's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can kind of bring this up here, but there's a little tiny blue 63. So that was a little homage to Straight Up the Ennis, our old team name. So this was actually a rebrand with like pretty similar, a lot of the same guys on the team, but it was just a rebrand for the new team. Wanted to get away from that name to do something a little more appropriate. Yeah, and this jersey is from Aweo. So we got black with red and gold on the shoulders here. I always like this. I like kind of just having these 3 stripes on the shoulder here. This one's actually, oh no, this is all screen printed, but it looks like it's stitched a little bit, so I think there is some like inseam here or something. Got some nice laces, and then the bottom has these 3 stripes here, got gold, red, and gold. And we had this shoulder patch that I made up. This was not my choice. I modified it actually at some point, but captain of the team wanted a shamrock. It just says NCN, little circle logo, He wanted a shamrock because he loves his Irish heritage, so that's what we did. I wish it was on both sides. I don't know why we decided to only put it on one, but wish we put it on both just for symmetry. But yeah, this jersey I still use for pickup sometimes. This is like my default, just if, you know, I'm going to a pickup game, light or dark, I'll have this one. And I also have this one right here. So same thing, just kind of the opposite for an away jersey, just different colors. We got black and gold. You have the shoulder stripe right here. Same thing, just a little bit different color. And one thing I liked about these two, so I don't know if you could see it in the other one, but they had these little red pipings under the armpits. We purposely chose to do that. I think it was cool, kind of just made it stand out. You got black, gold, black striping on the bottom, and then this logo that I made, again, try not to laugh, it's just a circle with an N. You got a hockey stick on one side and a narwhal tusk on the other. If you don't know, narwhal tusks are actually their teeth, it's not a horn. Yeah, learned a lot about narwhals designing these and playing for this team. So those are my typical light and dark for just for pickup whenever I do play. Just not very often these days, but hoping to get back into it soon. Oh yeah, and one more thing I probably should say about these, you can notice it kind of crinkles in, like the other ones are a little bit easier to spread out. These are very lightweight, and I think we purposely did that because we could have gotten like heavier jerseys with like thicker material, but it was just a deliberate choice because we knew we were going to be playing roller hockey in the summer, spring and summer. It gets really hot in the rink there. So we just wanted to kind of make something that was lightweight. We can make it like, you know, guys can order a size up and we could just put a hoodie underneath it and slip it on, something that's easy to take on and off for the summer, and then also the winter, you know, we can just wear layers. So that's kind of, you know, why they're a little flimsy, or it might look like that. And then, whoops, just gotta reorganize that. While I was playing for the Narwhals, this was during COVID actually, I participated in the 11-day power play, but this is actually kind of a unique one. Athletic Nick again with the jersey. So 11-day power play, if you're not familiar, it's a cancer research fundraiser to battle against cancer. It originally started, there were like 40 original guys who played one consecutive hockey game for 11 days straight, and they like broke a world record for it. But every couple of years, they allow other people to be involved in what's called a community shift, where it was still supposed to be ice hockey. Teams have like teams or players you can sign up as an individual or as a team. They have 3-hour shifts where you go on, you play, you get off, and then like the next team comes on. Whoops, got a bad hanger for this. But unfortunately this year was the year that COVID happened. So 2020, we weren't really sure what was going to happen, but luckily, I think they called it the big save. We were still able to play in Buffalo at Buffalo Riverworks. We just had to have like masking regulations and stuff, but we were able to play. Oh, it's still falling. We were able to play floor hockey there, so still kind of nice. I've never played the actual community shift for 11-day power play, but it was cool to do this. So these were the jerseys we got for those. I think there were a couple different colors, but my team had pink, so if you can see the logo on there, 11-day power play. And this actually has pretty nice stitching up at the collar here, and it's got some like, I'm not an expert, but looks like inseam stitching here with the sleeves here, and then you just got a simpler logo here for 11-day power play. I can show you the back here. I think every player just had the number 11. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Shout out to Athletic Knit again. Definitely, I wouldn't say they knocked it out of the park, but it's a cool jersey. Yeah, all Athletic Knit jerseys I've had are pretty solid. But yeah, this one's definitely a unique one. It's cool. Definitely gonna keep it in my collection for hopefully for forever. I don't see me getting rid of this because yeah, it has a lot of meaning to me, and yeah. All right, moving on. We got a couple more here. Whoops. So around that same time, we did the Riverworks Pond Hockey Tournament in Buffalo every year with the Nickel City Narwhals. One year we actually won, well, it was kind of like a loser's bracket, but somehow with points, I don't know how it worked out, we won some type of championship. So we got these jerseys, Labatt Blue Light, they sponsor it. If you've never been to Riverworks, highly recommend going if you're ever in the area. It's really great to see. They got 2 rinks there. In the summer they'll melt them down. They just have like roller, or I think the NBHL did like a floor hockey championship there recently, which I wish I went to, but unfortunately I was working. But that's for another day. Yeah, so this one, pretty simple. They just gave all the winners of the losers bracket, I don't know, they gave them these jerseys. So yeah, I don't know what brand this is, but pretty nice stitching right here. Just red, white, red stripe, same on the bottom. Has Labatt Blue Light. Has these little like mesh slots near the armpit, and nice laces up here. And yeah, on the back it says Champions 20 for the year 2020, and even has this little cut right here just to kind of make it more flowy so you're able to move more. Yeah, I don't know what brand jersey or who the jersey manufacturer for this was, but pretty cool. This one I definitely intend on keeping too. Just a little like personal thing for the collection. And the last one I have, were like ones I've worn playing, is this one right here. So this is actually just like a shirt. It's kind of spandex, kind of like an Under Armour shirt almost. Milek made it, which is pretty cool. If you ever played midi sticks back in the day, or knee hockey, mini hockey, whatever you want to call it. I think some people call it shinny. We'll have to talk about that in another video. But yeah, this one was a team I played for in the NBHL, National Ball Hockey League. I was in Tier 2, so I do have a friend or two I know that play up in the first division, which is supposed to be like pretty high level competition. I've seen those guys play, guys and girls, ladies. Yeah, they are really fantastic. Some of them are on the national team, I believe, for the US. Some of them have played with like some of the guys from Barstool Sports and Bar Down, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, my team name was Queen City Honey Badgers. I like it, pretty cool. I think the league, like, they have an in-house designer that designs a logo, but I like that one. The only thing I do wish is I wish the snake was tilted so it actually looked like a Q with the circle. But, you know, you can't win them all, and I didn't really have any say in that. The colors are a little interesting. I do like the green, but with the yellow. Kind of reminds me of like the Green Bay Packers, so not my favorite, but pretty cool. There's a number 3, kind of like a stencil look. And this kind of reminds me, the striping on here almost reminds me of a honeybee because it's got 3 stripes, so it's kind of layered like that. But yeah, Buffalo Tier 2, that was like their logo for the city that they were in, and there is the number on the back. But yeah, so this one's pretty cool too. I might use it as like a workout shirt or like an undershirt at some point. I've just kind of been keeping it in the closet for now. Yeah, I don't really plan on getting rid of it just because it's unique, but don't really know what I'm doing with it yet. So there's that one. Okay, and last but not least, if you stayed this far, thank you for watching. And as always, like, subscribe, do all the things, I guess. I don't know. I guess saying it is supposed to do something, but anyway, unfortunately, I only have 3 NHL jerseys at this moment. I used to have a custom Colorado Avalanche one with my name on the back, the old burgundy third that had Colorado going across the crest. I've had the Sabres goat head away and the traditional like circular crest Sabres one, the away one, white, before. But actually the one goat head was the Miroslav Shatan one, which that one was fun because when I was younger, I'd go into school all the time and the name Shatan on the back looks like Satan. and my teachers would always question me. I would have to say it's Miroslav Shatan is the way you pronounce that player. But those jerseys are long gone. They would not fit me at all anymore, so I don't have those. But I do have some here that I'll show you in just a moment. But you know, if you don't know me, if you haven't watched any of my videos yet, I don't even know when this will come out or what video it will be. But I am obviously a Buffalo Sabres fan because I grew up here in Buffalo. But around 2001, I started watching the Colorado Avalanche. You could call me a bandwagoner. I think I was like 7 years old. But someone told me that Patrick Waugh was a really good goalie. He had the same name as me, so I thought, why not? I started watching them, and I've been a fan ever since. So I consider myself these days an Avalanche fan first and a Sabres fan second. It's been that way for a while now. But yeah, I'll show you these. So the first one I got here, I got this one actually off Facebook Marketplace. I was looking for a goat head jersey. This was years before they brought the goat head jersey back for the Sabres. But I drove all the way from Buffalo to Rochester, so about 45-minute-hour drive just to pick up this one. Got it for like $50, which was pretty cheap back in the day. These ones probably go for a lot more now. It was a blank jersey at the time though. Yeah, and this was probably back during the start of the drought for the Sabres, back when they were wearing like those ugly navy jerseys when they brought back the original crest. But I just really wanted a goat head jersey, and I got one that actually fits me now as an adult. So I got this black Coho goat head. You can see it on the inside there. Coho, it's, oh, it doesn't have the rink. I do like when, if you're an avid jersey collector, you probably know that some of the Coho, I think, or maybe it's CCM, they have like a hockey rink tag on the inside. Don't have that, but it is a size large and really good quality. I miss Coho so much. I wish they would produce some more jerseys, but you know, jersey manufacturing, the way it goes. So got the Coho tag right there. So I think this one's got to be from the early 2000s, maybe the late 90s, but you have the B shoulder patch with the saber going through it. Always thought these were really cool, beautiful jerseys. I love the ones that they made now with the goat head rebrand, or you know, kind of bringing the goat head back. I do kind of miss the silver though. I think it really, the silver and gray, whatever you want to call it, kind of really complements the jersey. I'm always a fan for the original ones, but the new ones do look nice. So yeah, originally this was blank, and I didn't know, I wanted to put a number on it, I wanted to put a player on it. I've wrestled back and forth with maybe like a Thomas Vanek, maybe a Daniel Briere, because those were some of my favorite players growing up, you know, especially during the playoff run in like 2006, 07. Ultimately, I went with Dominik Hasek just because, how can you not? He's the GOAT. I love Patrick Waugh. I credit Patrick Waugh for getting me into hockey more, but Dominik Hasek was always, I think he's a better goalie, and we can argue about that until the cows come home. Stats don't lie. Unfortunately, he didn't win a cup with us, but he went on to win a cup. They're both very good goalies, but I had to go with Dominik Hasek. And this I actually got, the stitching on this is absolutely phenomenal. Matches the original. I got this stitching done, and the nameplate, the numbers, and these numbers on the side, this was all done at Action Spot Sports in Depew, New York. They're really cool. Shout out to them. They do a great job. I walked in there and I saw they were actually stitching San Jose Sharks jerseys. So a friend told me that they actually, I don't know if they used to do a bunch, but they still do stitching for the San Jose Sharks and maybe another team or two. So really cool, great business. Go support them if you're in the area, or if you need any custom work done, definitely do it. But very happy with how this one turned out. Alright, the next one I got off of eBay, and this one was kind of like a Holy Grail jersey for me. So maybe I'll make another video talking about Holy Grails. If you're a jersey collector, you probably know what that is. But it's basically a jersey that I've been having my eye on for a while, and I was able to get this one at a pretty reasonable price, so I was super happy to get this. Being a Colorado Avalanche fan, I got the away jersey, Colorado Avalanche. This is a CCM, and this one, you can see the sleeve there too, number 37. It's got the Yeti foot, or the Bigfoot shoulder patch on it, which I love. This jersey is absolutely amazing, pretty good quality. I think maybe there was like a little stain on it that I had to get out or something, and that was listed in the eBay listing. But this one is none other than former Buffalo Sabre too, Chris Drury. Absolutely love this jersey. I will wear it out occasionally, like to Avalanche games, but I'm very careful about it. This one is like my baby. I protect this with my life. Love this jersey. I always wanted it because growing up, I didn't really know about Chris Drury. I was still pretty young watching the Avalanche win a cup. But later on when he went to the Sabres, he had an amazing part of his career there, and I started following him. So when I learned that he had his rookie season with the Avalanche and he won the cup, oh man, I needed to get this. And when I go to Sabres games, if they're facing the Avs, I always root for the Avs. So I'll wear this, and I feel like this is kind of like a way to keep the peace. Because, you know, I'm wearing a beloved Sabres player who is also an Avalanche player. So I feel like people might boo me for wearing the Avs, but then once they see the name on the back, they're kind of like, all right, we'll let it slide. So this one is probably my favorite I have. And last but not least, I was really sad to see this guy go, but the Avs are doing pretty good right now. The time of recording, we're about to start the playoffs for 2025, and they no longer have Mikko Rantanen, but I love this third jersey. Sabres have a really good jersey set right now too, but I think the Avalanche have one of the, if not the best uniform set in the NHL. So I always wanted to get my hand on a third jersey like this, so I got the Adidas version of the kind of Colorado Rockies tribute for the Avs. Got the Colorado flag on the side, the shoulder patch here. And this one even, I think this is the first one that came with a fight strap too. I've never had a jersey with a fight strap, so this is really cool. Super surprised by the quality of this one, really like it. And I'll wear this one for Avs games too, but you got 96 on the back. Yeah, Rantanen, great player. I wish him the best. You know, he was in Carolina. We'll see if he'll still be there at the end of the season, but yeah, I really like this jersey too. Even though he's gone, had a lot of good memories. He won the cup here in Colorado, so definitely still wear this one around. But yeah. And actually, speaking of Chris Drury, you can see back here, Chris Drury right there. 2001 Stanley Cup champs, Colorado Avalanche. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. It was a lot of fun to make, and a lot of fun talking about those. Kind of takes me back down memory lane for some of them, with kind of my playing career, and also just some of the jerseys that I collect. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what your favorite jersey is. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.